Good morning, children. As you all know that yesterday we have started applications of HCF and LCM, and we have seen few of the examples of HCF and LCM. After those examples, we have started the exercise from our book. Along with that, we have seen the keywords which will help you to find it out whether you are supposed to find it out HCF or LCM. As you can see on the screen, this example 1, two ropes 12 meter and 18 meter long are to be cut into small pieces of equal length. What will be the maximum greatest length of each piece? So this example 1 we have done, and then example 2 also we have done. With that we have started exercise 4.5 yesterday, and we have completed question 1, 2 and 3. So now today we will start our question number 4. A shopkeeper sold mathematics books for rupees 108 on Monday, for rupees 84 on Tuesday, and what can be the maximum price of each book? Now here in the question it is given price of mathematics book on particular day. On Monday it is rupees 108 and on Tuesday it is rupees 84. So what is asked in this question, what will be the maximum price of each book? So each book price maximum, now maximum word signifies that you are supposed to find it out HCF here in this question. So now maximum price of each book is equals to HCF of 108 and 84. Now this HCF you can find it out in with any method. You can opt division method, you can opt prime factorization method. That is up to you. You can opt any one of that method and then you can do it. Now question number 4 is this. So let's start this question. We will see how you will frame statement for this question and how will you do it. Okay. So let's start it. So let's start this question number 4. First statement will be price of book sold on Monday and Tuesday, that is rupees 108 and rupees 84. Now these two, the total price of books sold in 2 days is rupees 108 and rupees 84. Now you have to find it out maximum price of each book. Now this is the total price of the book sold. This is not the price of single book. Now you have to find it out maximum price of each book. You have to find it out maximum price of each book. So how will you find it out? You will find it out HCF of these two number 108 and 84. Now for finding HCF you can opt any one of the method as I told you in the beginning. So here I am using this division method. 108 will be divided by 84. 1 times it will be 84. Now 8 minus 4, 4 you will get it, and this 10 minus 8, 2 you will get it. So now remainder of first step will become divisor of second step, and this divisor of first step will become dividend. So it will come inside. 3s are 24, 3s are will be 72. Do the subtraction here, 2 and then 1. Now it will be divided by 24. This divisor will become dividend. 2 times it will be 24. So now the divisor which gives you 0 as a remainder, that divisor will become your HCF. So now we will write HCF of 108 and 84 is 12. Or what you have to find it out? You have to find it out. Therefore, maximum price of each book is, maximum price of each book is, what will be the maximum price of each book? Yes, that will be rupees 12. Got it? So let's see this question again. What is given in the question? You have been given in the question what is the total price of books sold in 2 days. That is given to you. That we have written in our first statement. Price of books sold on Monday and Tuesday. Now this much will be the total price of the books sold on Monday, that is rupees 108, and 84 is the total price of the book sold on Tuesday. Now maximum price of each book, what will be the maximum price of each book is equals to HCF of 108 and 84. Now as I told you earlier also that maximum, wherever maximum word will be mentioned, then you are supposed to find it out, HCF. Again and again I am telling you, these are the keywords: maximum, greatest, fine, largest. Whenever these words will be there, you are supposed to find it out, HCF. Now we have found HCF of 108 and 84 of this by using division method. We have started dividing it by successive division method. Now the divisor which gives you 0 as a remainder, that will become your HCF of 2 numbers. Lastly, we have written therefore maximum price of each book is rupees 12, which is asked in the question. I hope the question is clear to you all. Okay children, now. So let's start our next question. See, whenever you are seeing this video, na, you can pause the video and then you can do it along with me only in your copies, this work. So let's start question number 5. Now find the least number which is exactly divisible by 9, 12 and 18. Now can you find any difference between question 1, 2, 3, 4 and this question now? Yes, correct. In the previous 4 questions, we were finding HCF. In the previous 4 questions, we were finding HCF. But in this 5th question, you are supposed to find it out. Yes, correct. LCM. You are supposed to find it out, LCM. So let's find LCM. Now you have to find the least number which is exactly divisible by 9, 12 and 18 without leaving any remainder. So you are supposed to find it out, LCM in this case. So let's start our question number 5. Least number which divides 9, 12 and 18 exactly is equals to LCM of 9, 12 and 18. Now LCM of 9, 12 and 18 you have to find it out. Again, for finding LCM you can opt any one of the method. Here I am using division method. 9, 12 and 18. We will start dividing it by our smallest prime number, that is 2. Now 9 is not divisible by 2, we will write 9 as it is. 2 6 times will be 12 and 2 9 times will be 18. Now in the next step we will not start dividing it by 3. As you can see, 6 is divisible by 2, so we will do this division. Now we will start dividing it by 3. 3 3s are 9, 3 1s are, and then 3 3s are 9. Again we will do the division until you will not get 1 as a quotient, 1 in each case. Now here LCM of 9, 12 and 18 is equals to, what will be the LCM here? 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3. Do the multiplication and then you will get the LCM. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are correct 12, 12 3s are 36. So what we will write, therefore 36 is the least number which is exactly divisible by 9, 12 and 18. So let's see children again what we have done in the question. I'll read out the question first. What is given in the question? Find the least number which is exactly divisible by 9, 12 and 18. Now you are supposed to find it out, least number which divides 9, 12 and 18 exactly. Exactly means without leaving any remainder. So what will be that least number? Now least number signifies that you are supposed to find it out LCM. Now LCM of 9, 12 and 18. You are going to find it out LCM of 9, 12 and 18. We have found the LCM of 9, 12 and 18, starting division with 2. Then we have done the division 2 6 times, then 2 3 times, then 3 1, then 3 3s are, then 3 3s are, 3 1 time, 1 time, 1 time. Now here LCM of 9, 12 and 18 is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 3, which is equals to 36. Now 36 is the LCM, therefore 36 is the least number which is exactly divisible by 9, 12 and 18. I hope this question is clear to you all. So let's start our next question. A big can contains some milk. Now a big can contains some milk. Pots of 2 liters, 4 liters and 5 liters capacity can be used whole number of times to empty the can completely. What is the least capacity of the can? Now here capacity of different cans have been given, which are capacity of different pots have been given, which are used to, which are used to empty the can completely. So what will be the least capacity, so that these pots will be used a whole number of times. Got it? So what is given in the question? That a big can contains some milk, means a big can having some milk, and number of times you have to find it out, number of times pots of 2 liters, 4 liter and 5 liter capacity can be used to empty the can, but that number of times must be whole, like 3 and a half. So half is not signifies in 2 liter or 4 liter can, na? So that can, the whole capacity of that can is 2 liter, 4 liter and 5 liters. So you have to find it out. Least capacity of the can means whatever the LCM of 2, 4 and 5, that will become the least capacity of the big can, because then only that whole can, that big can will be emptied number of times in whole. Fine, so you are supposed to find it out here. What is least word is given, so but obvious you are supposed to find it out LCM 2, 4 and 5 liters. So let's start this question. Now in this question number 6, first statement will be pots of 2 liter, 4 liter and 5 liter capacity used to empty, means how many number of times you are going to use 2 liter, 4 liter and 5 liter capacity pots to empty the whole can. Now here capacity of that big can you are not knowing it, that you have to find it out. So now here we are going to find it out LCM of 2, 4 and 5. We are going to find it out LCM of 2, 4 and 5. So now we will find it out LCM of 2, 4 and 5 by using our division method. First prime factor is 2, 2 one time, 2 2s are 4 and then 5. Again divide it with 2, 2 one time, 2 one time and then 5. Again it will be divided by 5 now. 1, 1 and 1. So what will be the LCM of 2, 4 and 5? That we will write it out. LCM of 2, 4 and 5, that is 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5. Now multiplication of these factors, 5 2s are 10, 10 2s are 20. So 20. Therefore, what will be the least capacity of the can? Therefore, least capacity of the can is 20 liter. What is given here? Pots of 2 liter, 4 liter and 5 liters capacity used to empty the big can, means how many number of times you will use 2 liter, 4 liters and 5 liters capacity can. So what you are, least number of times you have to find it out. Now least what signifies you are supposed to find it out? LCM. Now LCM of 2, 4 and 5, you will find it out the LCM using division method. Now LCM of 2, 4 and 5 will become 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 5. Multiplication of this will be 20. Therefore, least capacity of the can is 20 liter. I hope this question is clear to you all. Okay, children. So let's start our question number 7. What is the least number of bananas a teacher should have so that when he distributes equal number of them to his 10, 15 and 25 students? Now these 10, 15 and 25 students may be of same class or different class. So no banana is left with him. Now again you can see in this question it is clearly signifies that least word is used, you are supposed to find it out LCM. LCM to get what will be the total number of bananas so that it will be equally distributed among 10, 15 and 25 students. So least number of bananas you have to find it out so that it will be distributed among all equally. So here you are going to find it out LCM of 10, 15 and 25. Now children, tell me what will be the first statement. So many statements I have told you. So what will be the first statement? Yes, yes, correct. You can frame the sentence in many ways. One of that way is least number of bananas required to distribute equally among 10, 15 and 25 students. This whole statement you will write in a one line only. Least number of bananas required to distribute equally among 10, 15 and 25 students, which is equal to LCM of 10, 15 and 25. Then we will find out the LCM. Do the multiplication of all the prime factors, then you will get LCM of 10, 15 and 25. Therefore, least number of bananas required to distribute equally among all is whatever LCM you will get it. So, let's start this question. So, let's start our question number 7. As I told you, the first statement, least number of bananas required to distribute least number of bananas required to distribute equally among 10, 15 and 25 students is equal to LCM of 10, 15 and 25. In the same way, you will write this statement in your copy also. This whole statement you will write it together only. Least number of bananas required to distribute equally among 10, 15 and 25 students is equals to LCM of 10, 15 and 25. Now next step is to find LCM of 10, 15 and 25. Here I am using division method to find the LCM of this. 2 5 times, then 15 and 25. Now next we will do the division by 3, because we can see that this 15 is divisible by 3. 3 5s are 15. Then we will do the division with 5. 5 1 times, 5 1 times, 5 5s are. Then again it will be divisible by 5, 1, 1 and 1. Now we will find LCM of 10, 15 and 25, which you can see here. 2 multiply by 3 multiply by 5 and then multiply by 5. Do the multiplication here. 5 5s are 25. 25 3s are 75 and 75 2s are 150. So, therefore, least number of bananas required is 150. Quite simple question is this. Least number of bananas required to distribute equally among 10, 15 and 25 students, which is equal to LCM of 10, 15 and 25. Now, do the LCM of this. Then find it out. LCM of 10, 15 and 25, you will get 150. Therefore, least number of bananas required is 150. Okay, children. Now we'll start our last question of this exercise, that is question number 8. 3 bells ring at intervals of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. If they all ring at 11 am together, at what time will they next ring together? Now here it is given that 3 bells ring at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. Means the time interval between these 3 bells is 15, 20 and 30 minutes. If they all ring together at 11, then at what time will they next ring together? So what will be the next time they will ring together? Now children, tell me what you are going to find it out. LCM or HCF? Think about it. You are going to find it out LCM or HCF in this question. Correct. You are going to find it out LCM because it is given that these three bells rang together at 11 a.m. and at what time they will next ring together. Together means that will be a bigger number. So you are supposed to find it out LCM in this question. Now what will be the first statement of this question? Correct. The first statement will be three bells ring together at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. Fine. These bells rang together or they all ring together at 11 a.m. Next, they will ring together is equals to LCM of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. Now, after finding LCM, how will you find it out the time, that at what time they will ring together? That I will tell you in this question. So, let's start this question. So, question number 8. Three bells ring together at 11 a.m. Now, bells ring at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. Now, you have to find it out next they ring together at. When they will ring together, if they are ringing at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. If they are ringing at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes, so next when they will ring together. So let's find it out that next they ring together at, that is LCM. Together word signifies that you are supposed to find it out LCM. Now LCM of 15, 20 and 30 you will find it out. Now this example or this question is related to your daily life. You can see in your school also the bells are ringing at a different interval now. Sometimes when you have your class and higher classes have your unit test or some summative test will be there. So the bell timing will be different, but in the recess time or few times it will be there. Like your fifth period, when your fifth period will be over at 12 o'clock and their exam is also over at 12 o'clock. So that will be the real life example of your school. Now here in this question, three bells ring together at 11 a.m. Now bells ring at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. Now when next they ring together at LCM of 15, 20 and 30. We will start with 2 10 times and here 15. Next again it will goes with 2 5s are 10 and 15. Now you will not divide it by 5. First we will divide it by 3. 3 5s are 15, 5 as it is, and then 3 5s are 15. Now it will be divisible by 5. 5 1 times and 1 times. Now what is the LCM of 15, 20 and 30? That we will find it out. That we will write LCM of 15, 20 and 30. 2 multiply by 2, multiply by 3 and multiply by 5. Now here 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 5s are 60. Now the question is how this LCM will be converted into time. Now as you all know that 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. We know this. 60 minutes is equal to 1 hour. It means earlier the bell together rang at 11 a.m. means 11 a.m. plus 1 hour. So when they will next ring together at, therefore they ring together at 12 noon or 12 p.m. How? 11 a.m. plus 1 hour. When 1 hour is added in 11 a.m., when 1 hour is added, 1 hour is added in 11 a.m., that will become your 12 p.m. So, therefore, they ring together at 12 p.m. I hope this question is clear to you all. What is given in the question? Let's see once again. Three bells ring together at 11 a.m. Bell rings at an interval of 15, 20 and 30 minutes. So, next they ring together at, that is equals to LCM of 15, 20 and 30. Find out the LCM. Now, LCM of 15, 20 and 30 is equals to 60. We know that 60 minutes is equals to 1 hour. It means this 1 hour will be added in 11 a.m. when the bell ring together, 11 plus 1 hour. Therefore, they ring together at 12 p.m. or 12 noon. Fine. I hope this question is clear to you all. So, with this question, we have completed our exercise 4.5 that you will complete it in your copies. So, that's all for today. Tomorrow we will start next our life skills, and along with life skills we will do challenges tomorrow. That's all for today. Good day, children.